I had a chance to play the Second Stones demo, let's talk about it. First off, let's get a few things out of the way. I don't play these styles of games. When I talked to the devs about this game, they mentioned a lot of the inspirations, and besides the Final Fantasy series, these 3D platformers from the PlayStation 2 era were all games that I unfortunately did not have the pleasure of playing since I never owned a PlayStation, so this is all really new to me. Secondly, yes, I talked to the devs about this game. They invited me to try this game out, and though I was hesitant at first, I really felt the love and passion that they have towards their project that I couldn't help but say yes. With this being said though, I think a lot of my positive reception towards this game is also because of this communication. So I do want to be forthcoming here and say that I think a bit of my positive feelings is because of this. So without further ado, what are my opinions? Now, please note that the footage from here on out is in heavy work in progress. Like, not all the mechanics of the game are implemented yet, and a lot of the things are still being moved around. What I really got to try and play around with is the proof of concept that this game has to offer, and oh my god, there is a lot of systems that work so well together. For instance, the gem system, when equipped on my weapon, I get bonus effects, like an Emberstone gives me fire effects when equipped on my weapon, but on my armor I get bonus strength. These gems can be upgraded just by finding more, and they dictate a lot of the stats that my character has, and you can equip, unequip anything anytime, allowing for a really flexible build path. I wanted to be a little glass cannony, so I put everything into strength, and I brute forced my way through a lot of the fights, and had a blast seeing my number go up as time went on. The other system, the Astral tablet, reminds me of the typical skill tree that you would see in games like Path of Exile, and while it isn't the skill Yggdrasil that you would see in PoE, the tablet acts as a way to make your character stronger, while simultaneously being a thing that your character carries around to interact with the world, which I think is great. As for the gameplay itself, I equipped a water spell with lightning enhancements on my sword, later a bow, and I was dealing bonus damage through my basic attacks on enemies whenever they were debuffed by my spell. I also equipped a charm that halved my health in exchange for 50% more damage, which worked well with the damage boost that I found in the Astral tablet for whenever my HP was below 40%. I nuked everything. Movement felt great, but the only real hurdle that I felt from the gameplay is that I found myself trying to cancel my attacks into a dash, but the attack animations would have to finish before I could start dashing. I did bring this up to the devs and they acknowledged my issues, and they said they'd look into it as they thought what I said was valid. I did find this less troublesome on the bow, it was really only on melee weapons. There was also a working card game within the game that I kind of played. The card game has a lot going for it, but I personally didn't mess around with it in my little playthrough, but that option is there for people that enjoy these side quests / minigames. Second Stone also has a whole tower dedicated to being a roguelike, essentially giving you infinite gameplay, and trust me, if I wasn't making this video, that's where I'd be spending all my time in. So ultimately, if this game gets a demo, I can't recommend this game enough. I really enjoyed my time playing through the game, and even though I never really grew up with these styles of games, it felt comfortable. It made me nostalgic for an era that I was never really a part of, and I think if a game can get me that kind of feeling, that's a good sign for a product.